So, welcome back to the AM show. It's time to look at stories making headlines, and I'm holding the Daily Graphic right now. Boldly written here is the UK court decides Nayele's fate today. The story is said to be on page 3. And I can quickly show you that. But news coming in of Joy News, it's hearing.
Yeah, this Nayele
it's come to our notice that the case has been adjourned to tomorrow. But we also hear that there may be some change in Nayele's confession.
Signals we are picking indicates that there could be an interesting development tomorrow. Should the court sit tomorrow. Quite a number of things we are hearing that there's even the possibility
of she changing
she may even change her plea from guilty to not guilty. And really, what does this signify? What would be the repercussions for such an action?
But the lawyers are saying that it may be too late for her to change her, her what do you call it? To change from guilty to not guilty. But if she's able to do that, I think it's got a lot of implications. And come to think of the fact that, I mean, we're also hearing that she's calling for protection for her family in Ghana by the British Embassy. That means that, and she's saying that she pleaded guilty the last time because she was under duress, by some influential men from Ghana or some powerful men from Ghana. We're unable to tell who are these powerful men, but you know how back and forth this cooking thing has gone. And even people are pointing fingers at government. And so by the mere mention of powerful men, well, it could be some individuals also who are powerful, because in Ghana so many people are powerful. So, well, I think that we should leave it as it is till she speaks out tomorrow. We should
leave it hanging. We should leave it hanging. The only thing is the concluding part of that particular statement we read was that her testimony might have some telling effect on some people in government.
Well, so we'll wait and see. But we still have other headlines here. It says that Suhum NSS Coordinator commits suicide by hanging. Wow. Well, we cannot tell why.
I heard that story yesterday. I actually read it on my journal online. I don't know. I didn't know how to feel. But really, if you were implicated in such a thing, your name was all over, and people were seeing you and tagging you as someone who had stolen. I mean, you were part of the gang who had allegedly stolen some 7 million Ghana cedis. How much is the money?
I still don't think that's enough reason for him to take his life, because it's a gang. Why is it that all the other people have not taken their lives?
Or people react differently to situations.
It's a pity, but well, maybe he could have handled it better than committing suicide. I mean, my condolence to the family. It's a sad event, but maybe we should have heard something else and not him committing suicide.
So something like what would you have recommended? What would you have suggested?
Maybe run into hiding or something, but to commit suicide, because the downfall of a man is not the end of his life.
Indeed.
So, and we're also told that high turnout for Sanitation Day in Kumasi, but in Accra, I think it was the opposite, because we're told a lot of people did not turn out, and we also told that some people were even using the exercise to extort monies from people who were doing business, and those who were supposed to stop the people from doing business were rather extorting monies from them so that they can continue doing their business.
That's surprising. And you see, I keep saying, I wonder why Ghanaians try to exploit every situation. Some way, somehow. I don't know where we are learning this trait from, but some way, somehow, the slightest chance, someone just wants to exploit the other.
Maybe we can talk about the hardship, but, but
the
that doesn't guarantee. That doesn't guarantee, because remember when you did the interview, the man told you that we don't steal.
We don't steal. It's the economy.
We don't
the economy somewhere. But back to the issue of sanitation. I don't know what happened, what must have gone wrong this time around, but the patronage was really low.
But I think really on Sunday, did you go to Accra on Sunday?
No, I wasn't in Accra on Sunday.
I mean, the debris was there. They had cleaned the gutters.
So even for those who had cleaned the place,
everything was there. So for me, it will go back into the gap, because the whole place didn't look like they cleaned it Saturday. the leftovers were there. Instead of they carrying it and going to throw them away, they were still there. So they will go back into the gutters.
I thought they mentioned something that they were going to actually work on that this time around. They were going to make sure.
If you had gone to Accra yesterday, they would have seen how the place was messy.
Wow.
And so I think it's a good thing that we are cleaning every Saturday, first Saturday of the month. And I have said that it shouldn't even be just the first Saturday of every month. It should be a routine. It should be something that is part of us. At least, even if we do it 4 times in a month, I think it's a good thing. But if we're going to do this and then leave the
debris,
what we've collected to go back into the gutters, then for me, it's neither here nor there. Let's look at the back page of the daily graphic, and we're told that fire guts Melcom electronic warehouse. That's also another paper. But look at Melcom. I think that every year they experience fire.
Well, I dare not comment on this, but I don't know how this year has started, because I was there. I was at Melcom. I was there on Saturday, and I saw some of the things that happened. I saw the smoke. We had about 6 or 7 tenders there just to put out the fire. The fire was huge, and I wonder what might have caused this fire. Obviously, anytime you speak to the fire service personnel, they will say investigations are ongoing, they are about to investigate. We never hear of the reports, we never see the reports.
I heard Brown Gazy talk about is cautioning the public that because we're in the Hamatan season, we have dry air and dry wind blowing, so it could just spark up fire. But with Melcom, if you've followed trends, you realize that every year they seem to some
probably
people
because they deal in a lot of electronic
but the funniest aspect of it is that probably they intentionally do that to take off
I doubt if that's possible.
what do you call, I'm just playing the devil's advocate, and that to ward off expired goods and also claim insurance. Well, we don't know about that. It's what people are saying.
Anyway, interesting developments there anyway. But let me do the Daily Guide now, the Daily Guide newspaper, and the front page has "We kissed before sex in hotel." That's according to KKD. That's per the story we have here. You can have a look at it. Yes. Do we really have to comment on this? I don't think we do.
I think we've spoken much about it.
Just that I got a lot more information on this particular one, particularly the lady in question. Apparently, she's someone we've actually known for some time.
Oh, really?
Indeed, her family and all. But anyway, he also has on the front page Judgment Day for Ruby Cocaine, as well as some Metro Group assists widows. That's on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. And I just saw a picture here of Hetty Bongret in the middle pages or so, News One. Okay, that's Hetty Bongret and her kids. Says 2015 not for failure. That's according to Hetty Bongret. Maybe you can just have a lovely picture of Hetty Bongret and her kids over there. Indeed.
On the Ghanaian Times, we have highway robber jailed 30 years. We also have fire at Melcom. I think we've spoken about that already. And some National Service Officer commits suicide. And then at the back page, we have Sports Minister who is urging the GFA to find other sources of funding. You find the picture of Mama Yerga here, and he seems to be passionate about what he's talking about. Grand names 26 for Spain. The Black Stars left for Spain yesterday evening after officially getting the Africa Cup of Nations preparations started last week in Accra. Wish them well, but we hope that this time there won't be any money squandering and money airlifting and all of that.
Already they are saying the $5,000 they are being given, they are not going to take it.
Oh, really?
Already they've started, so I don't know what's going to happen in the end.
But don't want to hear
these are the prelims, the intro, like someone would say. So I say at SMKCBC Frank Casey.
Well, wish them well.
Local guys. But speaking of GFA and sports, over the weekend I heard something. I don't know whether it's true that the public relations officer Sani Dara was saying that we should actually ban the live telecast of these European premierships, these EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga, because it's killing the local league. And I was amazed.
I think that should be a motivation for the local league.
I was amazed when I heard it.
because if we ban them, that will make them complacent.
So someone will say, Joy News, you are doing so well. I think NCA should close down your mast. They shouldn't allow you to operate because you are doing too well. Really? Anyway,
interesting.
Anyway, so let's move on to some other stories. Now I have the Weekend Sun, and I have a story here which is dubbed incredible. Pastor impregnates married women and their daughters. Wow. So it doesn't stop with the married women; it goes on to impregnate the daughters. And
I want to understand something here. Does he impregnate mother and daughter?
Yes, indeed.
Or at a point you impregnate a mother, another point you impregnate a daughter.
I think it's a combo. It's a combo. We'll go with the first one. But the interesting thing about the whole thing is that he says God tells me to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I wonder the kind of God he serves. Because obviously not the God I serve.
Definitely, because this will be amazing that God will ask someone to impregnate a mother and a child in the name of praying for them.
And just one more story just before we wrap up. Man 38 sodomizes daughter 8 to death.
Interesting things are happening.
You are 38 years, you pick an 8-year-old girl, you sodomize her to the point where she dies. I really don't know what.
I think we need to start setting up spiritually, because I think the devil is taking
bigger I think the devil has had enough. He's had enough bash.
Yes.
We should now put it. Anyway.
Or we should begin to be responsible as individuals and stop blaming the devil.
We should be more responsible than we've been all this while.
Maybe, because these stories are very alarming. Very, very alarming. Well, so those are the stories making headlines on our newspapers this morning. Very, very soon after this break, we'll be coming with the AM Talk. We'll be dissecting into the big issues this morning. And we'll be looking at how to move our country forward. You're still on the most authoritative morning show. We'll be back shortly.